Okay, man, we in here. We in here. And yeah, man, this video is about Laremy Tunsil, man. I just posted my recap of the week 3. How we lost to the Vikings, and I want to do a reaction to basically our ESPN radio show out here in Houston that cover the sports and stuff. I don't know these guys' name, but I watch their show all the time, and I just want to hear what they got to say, because they be having a lot of different talking points and stuff like this. So we're gonna react to it, and hopefully they don't copyright me, but we'll see. I guess we'll only find out once I do it. So let's go.
And they got a dose of humble pie, and I think they needed it. I think this is the kind of thing that'll wake you up and say, oh, you know what? Maybe we're not as good as everybody is saying we are. Maybe we're not a top-tier team in the NFL. Maybe we got to do it better. Maybe we got to do it. We got to play harder. Maybe we got to stop making stupid mistakes. Maybe we got to line up right. Maybe we have to start at the same time. Maybe a lot of things we got to do differently. And oh, by the way, the last 2 weeks, listen, Brian Flores is a Shanahan killer, okay?
Dell tried to warn us.
He did. That offense.
Well, at least the last 2 weeks, that's for sure. Although, actually, he did it last year. The first time that Green Bay saw him, he did it. And then he did it against the Lions the first time they saw him. The second time, both teams had success. But what an ass-kicking yesterday was. And we'll get to all the stuff. I mean, we got Laremy Tunsil to get to. I'm going to rip his ass. But we got a lot of.
Laremy says.
Everybody pissed off at Laremy, man. Everybody pissed off. You know you messed up when the white folks mad at you, boy. He said, I'm going to rip his ass. Oh, man, you fucked up, Laremy.
They're after us, okay? And, false starts, they just happen. So what?
No, he just said it's a communication issue. No, it's not.
Yeah.
We'll get to his little comment that he made.
Yeah.
Brian Flores did a great job. And there's a lot of things for us to get to. I was worried I wasn't worried about it. I just thought, all right, this game will tell us who the Texans are, because they're going on the road, Minnesota team. And I thought if they lose, they're probably a 10-win team. If they win, they're a 13-win team. It's going to be a good challenge. They're probably about the 10-win team. They're not that next level team. And there's more than just it. This was a bad game, to be sure, but Tank is not a factor really in this offense.
No.
I hate to say anymore, but at this current juncture, you don't appear committed to the run when it's so far when Joe Mixon's not there. Of course, we've barely seen Joe Mixon. You've got issues up front. C.J. Stroud simply hadn't played great this year. If we're honest about it, C.J. Stroud has not been great this year. He's been somewhat average, really, this year. Defensively, you didn't, they hit you too hard between the tackles in the run game from time to time. And I thought they got outcoached. I mean, the outcoach thing gets used way too much, but from a defensive coordinator, I was sitting there thinking to myself, man, this looks easy for them offensively. And, to the point, Justin Jefferson, everyone knows he's the guy, and he's still getting plenty of easy looks. Then on the other side, Bobby Slowick was having fits. Now, of course, it wasn't made easier by some of the penalties, but that's such an excuse. People are making an excuse like the Texans, it was just Laremy was just killing the momentum. They had 8 first downs and 124 total yards of offense at 2 p.m. yesterday. What momentum did they have? I remember one catch that Tank had down the middle for like 18 yards that got called back. But the Texans in general, they were 3rd and 10 or more times than any team has been since 2022.
3rd and 7 or more.
They were behind the sticks the whole game. And it wasn't just the penalties, because, by the way, 3 of them came back to back to back.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the penalties. The Texans got their asses kicked.
That was ridiculous, though. Listen, the illegal formation thing, that's a coaching thing. You got to get those guys. Laremy Tunsil, you can't line up in the backfield just because you want to get. You can't start before the ball is snapped because you don't want to get beat.
So selfish. That's all he does. It's a decision.
Yeah.
It's a decision by Tunsil. I'm going to keep doing this. The lining up in the backfield, we saw that in game 1. Who was it that played the first game? Was it Jets versus Chiefs or who?
Hey, right now they calling it, bro. I don't got nothing to say. They saying it all for me. I have nothing to say, bro. This the same thing I just said in my video. Only thing I left out was the way they was guarding Justin Jefferson, bro. It seemed like they was guarding him like they was scared or something. Like he had COVID or something, bro. Why are y'all not putting your hands on this boy? He just getting free releases out the line to do what he want to do. Come on, bro. You got to take something away. They took nothing away from Justin Jefferson. He had anything he wanted. He ran every route on the route tree yesterday. Derek Stingley was acting like he didn't want to play him. And I kind of felt like Derek Stingley had something going on for us, like knowing he had to guard him, because when they was asking him about it in the media, it's like he didn't want to talk about it. It's like he didn't have no confidence on taking that matchup. So yeah, bro, like they hitting it right on the head. It's nothing that I can say. I have no rebuttal.
Who was the first game of the year?
No, Baltimore.
Baltimore versus who?
The Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah. And Baltimore's Ronnie Stanley kept getting called over and over. This isn't the first time we've seen this. This is a point of emphasis this year. You know it. If you get called more than once in a game, then you have effed up, because they have just told you this is the case. And Laremy Tunsil doesn't care. He is so selfish. He guesses snap cadence across the board for the last 3 to 4 years because he wants to get a jump out on the defensive end. Okay. He doesn't want to get beat by a speed rush. But I'm sorry, you can't keep guessing cadence. Don't tell me it's a communication issue. Don't tell me any of that crap. This is you trying to guess the snap and guess the cadence so you can get out fast. That's it. And it's a selfish move because you just are worried about your own individual thing, and you don't even seem to care that it puts the Texans by.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special announcement. I love Coors Light. I've always loved Coors Light, and I always will love Coors Light. I'm doing my job, keeping Texas chill. Are you? Are you doing your part?
The chains, and this has been going on. Don't tell me it's a show. Oh, it's just a communication between. He made that comment to Aaron Wilson yesterday. Like, it's just communication. It's not. Yeah, I'll take the blame for it because my name is being called on the penalties, but it's not just me. He showed the least accountability.
I'm going to
go back to this story too, because this is what really irritates me, and this is on all of my children that I say this. I was told by a coach who's in the league who talked to a former Houston Texan coach who told me they used to have to negotiate with Laremy Tunsil to get him to practice under Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
They used to have to, like, what can we do? Like, all right, if you just practice today, can we do this? Can we do, like, they had to beg this guy to just go out and practice. He didn't do anything preseason. He's like, I don't even know if he's really locked in as part of a team. I know Laramie's about Laremy. I know that. And look, he's a very wildly talented tackle. The idea that if he's not traded, people are saying, if he's not traded by the trade deadline, then the Texans don't care about this team or whatever. Come on, dude.
I saw he'll never put on a Texans uniform again.
I mean, come on, dude. He's a really talented left tackle. Let's not get stupid. But I don't think it changes the fact that I think he's selfish. I think that story was 100% accurate from the coach who said that they used to have to negotiate with them. They gave him they traded for him without a contract extension. And from that point forward, he's had leverage over this organization and has exerted it. That's who he is. So he's talented, but the guy's not like all in team. And he took no accountability yesterday. Do we have a sound of a Tunsil saying that? Because Aaron Wilson,
I don't know if no.
I'll find the quote from Aaron Wilson, but it was the least accountability I've ever seen for a guy who gets these penalties every freaking game, who was tied for the league lead last year, who had 5 penalties yesterday. Laremy Tunsil had.
I said 4. He had 5. Wow.
He had 6?
He had 6. I said 4. I know he got 3 in a row. He had 6 penalties by himself yesterday. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm gonna tell you, yes, everything this guy is saying is true, but when you have 3 penalties back to back, that messes up the momentum of the team. That does. You can't even get. You can't. Whatever you was playing, you got to throw it up. Whatever play call you was throwing, that's why you kind of got to give Slowick some leeway a little bit because he's messing up this man game plan by getting these penalties. All right, come on, man. And CJ Stroud having he been making some throws, but he's been average. They not winning because of him. They haven't won these 3 games because of him, man. It's been a team effort of why they won these games, these last 2 games.
What? The record.
He was called for 6.
The record, I think, was.
But I think they declined one.
Yeah, I'm saying
They
he got
declined
called.
one.
He got called.
So
They
he was
declined the
called.
last one.
Well, he still got called.
Yeah, he got called.
So,
yeah.
I mean, what? 3 of them off starts. 3 was a illegal lineup. The way he's lined up illegal. I just know this. Laremy Tunsil saying that it's a communication
Here's
thing
what he
and
said.
it's not
Aaron
all
Wilson.
him. Say it.
Texans Pro Bowl left tackle Laremy Tunsil on false starts. False starts. I want people to understand. We all have to be on the same communication. I'll take accountability because they're calling my name, but it takes all of us. Laremy Tunsil on illegal formation calls. They tried to make an example out of us. The first 2 weeks, we lined up the same with no problem. Now it's a problem. I feel like somebody told them to make an example out of us. Got to call it the same.
Oh, my God. Did he really say that, bro? Did he really say that? Bro, they've been calling this stuff all year. All year. Have you not watched the Kansas City game? They have a tackle that does the same thing. Steady lining up illegal, trying to get a jump on the pass rush. Bro, line up on the line. If you get beat, you get beat, bro. That means you need to work on your game, on how to get out your stands quicker. Come on, man. We got to stop this making excuses, man.
Dude, is Laremy
It's
Tunsil
never
the
his
biggest
fault.
victim? Is he the biggest victim that's ever played football?
Yeah.
Last year they were picking on him about false starts.
Yeah, he had a target.
Remember, he
on
was targeted last
Yeah.
year. This year, what did he say? That one, I hadn't even read that one. What's that one?
that one. You
Say this again.
Okay, the first 2 weeks we lined up the same with no problem. Now it's a problem. I feel like somebody told him to make an example out of us.
Make an example of Laremy. We got to get Laremy Tunsil. It's gone on for too long. Last year, you guys did a great job of targeting him on that penalty. You guys did great job of targeting. But Raj has said we've got to go step down hard on Laremy Tunsil to get him to cut his drip game down just a little bit. He's too drippy for an offensive lineman. We got to just step up and make an example of him. Dude, this is being called. Does he not watch any football? Is he not aware at all that this is a point of
he
emphasis
watches
this year?
football outside of football?
No.
He actually may not.
I doubt
No.
he does.
Because that game against Ronnie with
Laremy Tunsil love what come with playing football. He doesn't love football. He love what come with playing football. You can just tell. Come on, man. You don't care about playing football. He care about making sure the money that them checks getting cash for sure though.
Ronnie Stanley should have told you they are going to call this.
Yeah.
They are going to call this. And when you get a certain, and the reason you didn't
He's
have
looking
it,
through Gucci for Merces. That's what he's doing.
dude, just because 2 officiating crews don't call it doesn't mean the third one's not going to. That's like acting like every umpire has the same strike zone or every official calls holding the same or whatever. Just because you didn't do it before, they've already told you it's a point of emphasis. And once you get it once, that is your warning that this is going to be coming the rest of the game. This dude's lack of accountability as a captain, they made him a captain. He's nowhere near, from what I've heard from people who coached him previously or people who are on the team, he's got some cancer-like stuff to him. And this, it's not the penalties pissed me off, but his comments after the game really, really pissed me off because this is a captain. I'll take accountability because my name's on it, but but they're targeting me.
But it takes all of us.
It takes all
communication.
Of us. How come the other guys weren't jumping?
No, apparently the communication doesn't reach him.
Well, you
I
can't.
mean, honestly, how come the other guys weren't jumping?
You can't blame him for it takes all of us. He was reading an end zone when he thought of that. They put that in end zones to stop racism. So he's like,
it takes all of us.
He's been indoctrinated. It takes all of us.
Oh, what if he says Jesus gets us?
Next love wins. I think
well,
he's gonna say
that's a commercial.
Yeah. No, I don't think they don't put that in the end zones.
Well, you think the refs and Jesus are out to get him?
I don't think Jesus is out to get anyone. But
that's right.
Yeah. The refs,
Jesus
maybe.
gets us doesn't mean he's out to get us.
No, I don't think that's what that.
No,
they
that's
want
the
that
league.
to mean.
The league is
out to get him. No, I'm sorry.
I mean, that guy is a wildly talented pass protecting left tackle. Not the greatest run blocker, but he's a great pass protecting left tackle. There's no reason to get those early jumps. You're fine. You got
maybe
good
that's
feet.
one of the reasons he is a great left tackle because he gets such a great jump.
Two things. It's selfish to continue to do that because you want to win your individual matchup instead of sitting tight. But more importantly, as a team captain, to say, I take responsibility because my name's on it, and then immediately not take responsibility.
So that last year we had targets. They're targeting us. This year we're made an example of, and we need more communication. Okay? Those are the Laremy Tunsil.
Honestly.
Okay?
I didn't see anyone else doing this but him.
No.
For the last 4
they
years.
had 3 straight false starts. So, okay, maybe there was a little bit.
This has been a 4-year problem.
It was him, then Juice, and then Howard. And
yeah, man. So there you have it, man. Laremy Tunsil. Man, get it together, man. The season just started, man. You're not a victim. They calling this across the board in the NFL, bro. You just have to be a part of what's going on, bro. You're not bigger than the program. You got to line up just like everybody else, man. If you get beat, you get beat. You need to work on your game. But that's all I got as far as the Texans go, man. On to next week. We play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully we come out of there with a win. But we got to work on it. Y'all excited, man. Again, in the comment section, let me know what y'all think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.